Hey, what's going on, Poke fans? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Gardevoir VMAX deck. It is a deck from the Champions Pet edition or expansion, and it is a 320 HP Psychic Pokemon, obviously with the VMAX rule, which says that you need to evolve from regular Gardevoir V into Gardevoir VMAX. So pretty much something like old Pokemon Mega Evolutions, but just without that Spirit Link. When the VMAX Pokemon is knocked out by opponent, opponent can take 3 prize cards instead of 2 for the Wii, or just 1 for the non-Wii Pokemon. Attack cost is kind of interesting. With 2 Psychic Energies and 1 Colorless Energy, you can max Cure for like 180, and you can heal 50 damage from Gardevoir VMAX, which is really interesting because with the 320 HP, not going to be easy to one-hit knock the Gardevoir VMAX, and with the help of the attack by itself, we can heal 50 damage, but additionally with the Mellow and Lana, 120 damage can be healed, which is 170, and by playing 1 Suspicion Foot-in, 80 more damage can be healed as well, so that's like 250 damage with single turn that can be theoretically healed from one of the Gardevoir VMAXs if they actually attempt to use that Max Cure, which is really strong. I mean, if you can hit for 180, you can technically one-hit knockout Pokemons like Eldegoss, Crobat, Dedenne easily, get yourself 2 prize cards, and additionally also heal a tons of damage, which is always super interesting. What else is in this deck? So basically we are also playing Silvally GX for the disc reload, which will allow us to draw some cards until we have 5 in our hand, which is pretty cool. Brave Bodies, 50 plus 70 more if we played supporter card is nothing super special, but still theoretically can be used also as attacking Pokemon. We can also with the Silver Knight for 2 energies simply knock the Ultra Beast Pokemon out as well, so that can also be used, but there are no these days 2 prize Ultra Beasts in the format anymore, unfortunately. For the draw consistency, supporter replay, or maybe draw support, there are also 1 Crobat Wii, 1 Eldegoss Wii, as well as 2 copies of Daddy Change the Dennes for that extra and draw support, just in case if we need to set up quickly in game. Non-Wii Pokemon for attack is Blacephalon with the Fireworks Bombs. With 2 energies, we can just put 4 damage counters on opponent's Pokemons in any way we like, but if they have 3 prize cards, then we can put 12 damage counters on them instead, which is a lot of damage, you know, theoretically with 12 damage counters, and if we already hit for some kind of a damage, we can maybe take multiple knockouts, maybe even 3, 4, 5, 6 prize cards in just a single turn by that attack, which is kind of interesting. And that's all for the Pokemon lineup, you know, 15 Pokemons in the lineup. So 2 of each type nil, 2 Silvally GX, 1 Crobat, Eldegoss, 2 Dedennes, 1 Blacephalon, and 3 line of Gardevoir V and VMAX. Speaking about searching and setting up 4 copies of Quick Ball. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon reveal, put in your hand. In order to use it, you need to discard card from your hand. Pokemon Communication ×2, reveal a Pokemon from your hand and simply put it on the top of your deck. Search the deck for another Pokemon, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your deck, obviously. And also 2 Evolution Incense, so we can basically search the deck much easier, either way for the Silvally if we need, or maybe for that Gardevoir VMAX. So that's for the setup, basically 8 cards in total. Speaking about Switch options, we have 4 copies of Switch as well as 2 copies of Air Balloon. So Air Balloon can also be used just in case if we use Mellow and Lana, but we don't have Switch, we can always use help of Air Balloon and simply attach it to the Silvally, retreat Silvally back to the bench, draw some maybe cards additionally, and then simply attack again with Gardevoir VMAX. Also, this deck plays 4 copies of Turbo Patch, because with Turbo Patch we can theoretically accelerate our Gardevoir V on the bench by simply flipping a coin and attaching energy from a discard pile to it if we are lucky enough to get heads on the coin flip. So 4 copies of Turbo Patch as well. For extra heal, we have also 2 Suspicious Footins, which says that we can heal 80 damage from one of our Pokemon that has at least 1 Psychic Energy attached to it, and if we heal the damage, we need to discard that Psychic Energy. So Suspicion Footin can be actually good in combination with Turbo Patch, so we can simply, reflip the coin, and if we get lucky, we can basically heal 80 damage by not, by discarding energy, but still being able to attach it if the Pokemon is non-evolution Pokemon, obviously, but not gonna work for, evolution Pokemon. Additionally, there is also 1 copy of Reset Stamp, so we can stamp our opponent in hand in the maybe mid to late game, especially good in the late game against some decks. 2 copies of Viridian Forest as Stadium Decision, so we can search the deck much easier for those Psychic Energy cards, but we can also discard them and then try to get them with Turbo Patch back. And then we are moving on to the supporter lineup, which is kind of huge and different. We have 6 different supporter cards in total in this deck, starting with 2 copies of Boss's Orders, which will help us to catch something from our opponent bench and put in the active position. There is also 1 copy of Cynthia and Caitlyn that can actually help us to get that extra supporter card from the discard pile back into our hands, so theoretically it can be good for, getting another Mellow and Lana, maybe another Boss's Orders, maybe even Rose for the following turn. 2 copies of Mellow and Lana, so the 120 damage can be healed as well from our active Pokemon by discarding 2 cards from our hand. There are also 2 copies of Marnie for the draw support, as well as 4 copies of Professor's Researches. Simply discard your hand, draw 7. And last but not least, Rose, which can actually be very good card, especially with Eldegoss play, and simply from nowhere we can heal the damage from our Gardevoir potentially, and then just simply play that Rose and surprise our opponent by attaching 2 basic energy cards from our discard pile to one of our VMAX Pokemon. And when we do that, we need to discard our entire hand, but that's not a big deal, especially as long as you have Silvally GX with the disc reload laying on your bench. And obviously also 10 energies, which 2 of them are weakness guard energies, because Gardevoir is unfortunately weak to very popular metal type in the format. With the Zacian you can easily be one hit knocked out, but with the help of the weakness guard energy you can basically relieve and bypass that weakness. But if opponent plays some sort of the crushing hammer in their deck, we're not going to be able to avoid that as long as they can get heads, but as long as they can flip tails we can be pretty much good. And also 8 regular basic Psychic Energy cards, and that's pretty much it. That's the Gardevoir VMAX deck list, which is kind of interesting. We're probably not going to even try to consider this deck as a tier 2. I mean, there are a lot of decks. This can be actually a good approach to a rogue deck, because it's not going to be super good, probably not going to be good against, in my opinion, against Mewtwo decks. Probably not going to be even good against any version of the Zacian deck list. They're just going to be much faster. Blacephalon can easily crush it. Then it will have hard time beating those. It will definitely have a hard time beating those. The CGIs, there are always some other cards that can potentially be used and tweaked in this deck as well for some other specific matchups. But then you're just going to crush your consistency, and you really don't want to do that, so you really just want to play the best possible consistent deck list that you can get and just simply avoid possible bricks while you're playing playing the deck. Okay, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos. Thank you for your time. Stay tuned for more videos. If you would love to see any other deck idea or deck list with some Pokemons in standard or expanded, maybe even legacy format, just let me know. Thank you for your time. We'll see you next time.